The Season 1.5 patch introduces some changes to Strategist, and it introduced some huge nerf to Strategist Ultimates. Let's start with Adam Warlock, who actually got a slight buff both in healing and in his damage dealing capabilities. First, the damage of Quantum Magic, which is Adam's basic attack, will be increased by 5 points, from 55 to 60, together with an increase in damage follow-fat range from 50% to 6. The healing amount per second from Soulbound is increased from 10 per second to 15. So basically, Adam got a nice buff since his healing is not always constant and he has to wait for the charges, so while he waits, he is able to better deal some damage during his healing downtime. Okay, I know I said huge nerf in the title and we started with a buff, but let's move on to Cloak and Dagger and you'll see. First, the ultimate energy cost was increased from 3400 to 4000 and the area duration was reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. So you'll get the ultimate slower and then it will also last 20% less. Although the healing is increased from 220 per second to 250, the healing will not stack. So far, when two segments would overlap, then you would get double the healing. Now you'll get a maximum of 250 healing per second if you stand in the area. The time between the dashes is also reduced from 1 second to 0.67 seconds. So you'll dish out the ultimate faster. So overall, it reduces the effectiveness of the ultimate, making it harder to get, less healing because of the overlap mechanic, but you'll be able to dish it out faster. If you made it this far into the video and you find the info helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now Cloak gets a buff to his wall, where the enemy vulnerability to damage is increased from 20% to 28%, making him a more effective offensive support. Moving on to Invisible Woman, this one is a simple nerf to her ultimate, increasing the energy cost from 4000 to 4300. Basically less ultimates per game from Invisible Woman. The same case applies to Luna Snow, where her energy cost increases from 4000 to 4500, an even bigger increase than Invisible Woman. I know Luna's ultimate is one of the most powerful defensive ultimates in the game, so we'll see how the meta adapts and if this is a huge change, but I feel that Luna will still be a top strategist even though she will get her ultimate less often. Lastly, Loki also gets an energy increase for the cost of his ultimate from 3400 to 4000, but gets an increase in ammo count for his basic attack from 10 to 12. So overall, I feel this shift aims to increase the damage output of strategists, with changes to Adam Warlock's and Loki's basic attack, helping them up their damage output, while Luna and Invisible Woman will get less ultimates. The biggest changes come to Cloak and Dagger, reducing and significantly nerfing their ultimate, and we'll see how the meta adapts to these changes. Until then, strategists, keep healing and keep dishing out that damage. Peace!